I'm Troubleshoot. In this quick video, I'll be showing you how to complete the brand new mission on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, Act 4, the third story mission here, so Tier 3 I suppose, Union. For this we need to investigate the Anomaly and extract the Dark Aether. We don't get much information here, but essentially you just need to farm up a whole bunch of stuff, get in and get out. Also I'm a bit low. Much better. Alright, so for this, obviously you want to be quite prepared. You'll be going into the Tier 3 zone to activate the mission and go through the portal. Then, when you get to the new area, practically all of the zombies will be Tier 2, so they'll be usually pretty easy to smack. You don't necessarily need Tier 3 Pack-a-Punch, but it's going to help you quite a bit if you happen to get it. So for that reason, I'd recommend going into Start, choosing the correct mission, and editing your inventory so you get yourself some kind of Ethereum upgrade crystal to upgrade your weapons. So in my case, I've got a Pack-a-Punch level 2, which is perfect. You can head across to your acquisition stash where you may have one of these sitting around from a previous quest reward, like this level 1 Pack-a-Punch here. Or if we head back to crafting, you can craft different Ethereum crystals. I can only craft the Tier 1, but you can craft Tier 2 and Tier 3, get the upgrade tool as well, etc. I'll be upgrading my weapon for extra firepower, and I'll be Pack-a-Punching it to Tier 2, meaning if I want to Pack-a-Punch it to Tier 3, I'll need just 15 grand. You don't need to by any means, but it'll make life quite a bit easier. Then we'll add some more stuff. I'd recommend bringing a couple of Coca-Colas. It's not anywhere near as crazy where we need to look through walls for different dots and things like that, doing some massive infestation cleanout. Instead, it's just a couple of shooting zombies quests, so nothing more than maybe Stamina Up, Deadshot Daiquiri for extra damage, Quick Revive for extra HP regen, Juggernog for extra tankiness, and maybe Speed Cola for faster reloading. You can bring whatever you want here, but these are just the ones that I'm bringing. And on top of this, just some kind of ammo mod. Maybe let's go for probably Brain Rot, just so we can get a friend once in a while to help us take down full zombie waves. Other than that, I think we're pretty much fully built. Nothing crazy needs to be brought in. Now that we've got all of this ready, we're pretty much ready to jump straight in. We'll farm up 15k so we can get the Tier 3 Pack-a-Punch, but again, that's pretty much just completely optional. This video, I'm only really going to be running through the baseline quest pretty much from start to finish. In the future, if you'd like, I can probably create some more in-depth guides on getting all of the secrets done, but for now, we're just having a quick look at the mission and what exactly you need to do in order to finish it if you happen to be stuck or just want to know how it works. Alright, that took probably half an hour to search and find the game, but now that we're here, let's go ahead and farm up. We'll go ahead and upgrade our weapon and Pack-a-Punch it to Tier 2, chug all of our perks, and there we go. Now we're pretty much fully set. Let's farm up 15k and get to Pack-a-Punch Tier 3. Again, not completely required, but it's going to make life quite a bit simpler. Alright, so there we go. We have 15 grand. Let's make our way to the Pack-a-Punch Tier 3, and then eventually we should find the Union mission. There it is. Somewhere in the Tier 3 zone. Could be in a different location for you. For me, it's right over here. Here we go. Pack-a-Punch Tier 3. Let's get out of here and towards our quest. So we'll mark it here, the Union extraction point, and let's get to it. Alright, so here is the portal. We'll be requesting to go through it, so we'll hit interact and we'll open up our map. So map and 3 to vote yes. Now we'll just need to wait until we go through the portal. Simple enough. I should be set with what I have. You don't really need anything crazy in order to do this. It's relatively easy, or at least it should be. And of course, if you happen to be playing overseas, now you should be playing on a local server, making it a little bit more pleasant, especially if you can only find servers that are really far away. Alright, and here we are. As you can see, we're starting over here. The mission is pretty much really straightforward. You'll see exactly what you need to do now. We'll be able to run along here, where shortly after, a bunch of zombies will spawn in. If you bring a Pack-a-Punch Tier 3 weapon, this is going to be pretty much a breeze to get through. And of course, things are disappearing. Great. Call of Duty running up on Jansen here. She goes into the storm that you're not supposed to go into, and shortly after, 2 purple balls will fly out of it. Essentially, what we need to do is follow them. Oh, and this place likes to spawn a bunch of manglers. We'll need to follow these balls, and at each one, you'll find a little mission that we'll need to do. It's incredibly simple. So pretty much just Tier 2 zombies and manglers everywhere. Alright, so over here, you'll find the ball flying around. Simply run relatively close to it. It hits this crystal over here. When we come up to it and inspect it, you'll see 3 different letters pop up. So we've got like an I, a Q, and an N. Remembering these 3 icons, we've got one on the building immediately behind it, which is the N, so the third one. And the first 2 was an I and a Q. Over here, towards this building, at least I think it is, you'll see one over here, the I, so we'll activate that by shooting it first, and now it should be highlighted on the pillar where we just came from. Second letter was a Q, and just over to the right here, you'll find over here on these containers that there's usually a second letter there. It seems like, I suppose these can be slightly randomized. That's interesting. Maybe it's immediately behind it. No. I see. It's over here. So on this building, we've got the Q, which was the second letter. And over here on this one, we'll have the third letter, which was the N. Yeah, IQN. Bam. There we go. Now the crystal is activated. What we'll need to do is shoot the crystal until it explodes. And there we go. We've now finished the first half of this mission. What we need to do next is head over to the next ball and do the same thing there. Shoot it once to activate it and solve the very simple puzzle. So already from what I've seen, these little icons can appear on slightly different buildings. It essentially means that you'll just need to look around in a close proximity and you'll find everything that you need. It's especially easy as there's just so few zombies around this world compared to the previous story mission, for example. Alright, so running all the way over here, activating this one, there we go. It'll shoot down and hit another crystal. Running up to this crystal and activating it, we'll find 3 more letters, and once more they'll be scattered around in the nearby surroundings. So we have an N, Q, and a T. As you can see, you can follow these dots or orbs as they fly, and some of these ones go inside of buildings. So we've got an N, I think that was the third one. No, NQT. Okay, so first of all, we'll start with the N, bang. Then these other 2 are usually inside of, if not on the outside of, these 3 buildings surrounding it. They may even be down the stairs here. When you get close to these little crystals or markings on the wall, they do make noise, so it should be relatively easy to spot where you need to go just by listening in. So I don't think there's one in this building. We'll quickly have a look around. Nope, I don't think there's anything in here. Let's quickly check the roof. So onto the truck and onto the roof. There isn't anything up here either. Right, so let's have a look at this building right next to it over here. There's nothing on this. Around the back, nothing. And I don't hear anything around here. So maybe they're both inside of this building here. Yep, I can hear something. I think it's just outside or upstairs. So from this, just up here, climb up here, and somewhere nearby here. Maybe in this. Somewhere here. Ah, there we go. T. This was the third letter. Okay, so we need to find the third one, which is probably off to the left in this direction. So once again, listening a bit more closely, there we go. It's upstairs here. So Q, and finally up here was the T. There we go. Activated. We've done all 3. Once again, shoot the crystal, and bam. Now we're done with the second half of this first bit of the mission. Now we'll get across to the next marker, which is Ravenov, and this will start the sequence to the final boss battle. Alright, so all the way across here, back to Ravenov, you'll find Jansen lying on the floor, and shortly after, the next part of the quest begins. She becomes, or at least is taken by, the boss. So there we go. Right, now there'll be 3 more locations that we need to go to nearby. They're just simple obelisks that you need to get kills at, highlighted by these huge things in the sky, and probably icons in just a moment. So heading up here. The first obelisk we'll need to activate, and by doing so, we'll just need to get a couple of kills inside of the area. Nothing special, no ammo mods, no melee kills, no nothing, just simple kills. That's it. This one, on top of the roof, seems to be the slowest usually, compared to the other 2, so you'll just need a bit of patience. We're already halfway, and in probably 10 kills, this thing is done. Now we've got 2 more to do. So heading behind it, once again we'll activate this one and get another 10 or so kills within this little area. This one's a little bit more claustrophobic and way faster paced compared to the other one. There we go. Alright, now heading across to the third and final one, on top of this one, following the ramp, a couple of jumps, we can activate this, and once again, 10 or so kills. Just a quick note, the boss battle doesn't begin as soon as we finish this one. Instead, it'll finish right after the final one, which will unlock in just a moment, so you'll still have time to do other things if you'd like to progress this far and explore the rest of the map. And there we go, we're done with this one too. The final one is a simple jump off this, down towards this one over here. Activating this one activates the boss battle, and as you can see, it's just a revenant that flies around. So all you need to do is deal a ton of damage to it, up until it activates its shield as such. Now when this happens, you'll need to find and kill the mimics that fly around it, that are essentially acting as its shield power source. Once you kill the 2 bosses, whether it's manglers or mimics, you'll be able to damage the main revenant boss once more. Just remember to shoot the arm whenever it's draining your life, otherwise it'll regen quite a lot of its own. So there we go, its guards are back up, 1 and 2, there we go. Now we can deal some more damage to the boss, shooting its arm as soon as it starts to steal life from us. There we go, 1 more time. Probably could have killed it if I landed a few more shots. This should be the final blow, and there we go, boss is done. Super, super easy, especially compared to the previous 1, 2, even 3 story missions that had crazy boss battles. So we can go ahead and pick up our reward from the reward rift over here, which is just a giraffe toy. It should be the same for everyone. That's it. Now we'll pick up Jansen and pretty much fight our way towards the exit rift, and we'll be done with this mission. It's incredibly fast and simple. As for the rest of the quest items and things like that you can find around the area, secrets, etc. You'll have to stay subscribed if you're interested in learning how to do any of those. And of course, do let me know if you'd like to see coverage of any Easter eggs and things like this on this map. This is more just a main story questline guide. Following Jansen on the way out, we'll have a few more kills to get, or at least likely. Yep, there we go. Coming from both in front and behind, so just be aware. Oh, also, I'm pretty sure you'll need to stay close enough, as there's a ring that does close around Dr. Jansen. Alright, there we go. This last little thing over here opens up the portal, and in just a moment, we'll be able to climb into it. There we go. So we'll activate it. There we go. And we're pretty much done here. You'll see the story cutscene play now, which I'll skip through for no spoilers, and that's pretty much it. And there we go, we've finished the quest and got item rewards. Super simple. So hopefully you found this video useful in completing the main quest line. Probably not really. Maybe the puzzle, I don't know. It's a very, very dumbed down, simple quest line, especially compared to the previous one, for example. That was just a lot more challenging. Tons more zombies, etc. I don't know, kind of a nothing burger update. I was hoping for more than just one single story mission, but I don't know, there's new things to play around with, new toys, new schematics and stuff like that, so hey. Anyways, hopefully you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. My name's been Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.